Today, the Fed Chair Powell is going to be speaking at 8:30 a.m. So, in a few hours from now on, Eastern Time, at the Community Bank Conference, will he mention rates? And I totally agree with this comment right here. Powell speaks equals volatility for 10 minutes and then back to normal. Not 10 minutes exactly. It actually does end up happening a little before that. And we have been seeing volatility within the crypto market quite a bit. I think it's not just, this conference itself. There's a little bit more to it. I think the future side of the market is seeing majority of the volatility coming from. So let's take a closer look and see what's happening with the crypto markets. Again, as far as the 24-hour time frame is concerned, we're seeing quite a bit of red across the market. XRP down about 2.2%, but there's a lot of other coins that are down much more, something we want to keep in mind. Over the last 1 hour, though, market has seen a little bit of a bounce, so that's obviously nice to see. But again, we need to wait for a little bit more confirmation. XRP price at $2.81, down about 2.3% in USD, down about 1.8% in Bitcoin comparative. The valuation $167.6 billion, and the 24-hour trading volume at about 4.6 billion. As always, just a quick disclaimer, anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. We're going to start off with some positive news. So Senator Cynthia Lumen says she's working on, minimizing a tax exemption for daily Bitcoin transactions, urging supporters to contact their senators and House members. Pretty much what this means is starting off slow. This doesn't mean, tax exemption if you're holding crypto, but this is if you are using Bitcoin as, a transaction method. So let's say you're going to a coffee shop. Let's say you're going shopping, like for small, miscellaneous items. This is pretty much what the idea is. Like, let's say you're going to Starbucks, you could use Bitcoin, if you use Bitcoin to pay towards that. Obviously, there's tons of apps out there now. But if you use that, pretty much the whole goal is to do that tax exemption on those small things, which again is quite an interesting thing and gives us a little bit of a better idea, where things could really be going in the future. The fact that, these conversations are really happening. Again, rumors have been flying around from the beginning, pretty much since Trump has been in the office. We've been hearing the fact that there could be something like that up in the air where, the U.S. projects themselves could be tax exempt. That would be massive, of course. I think, that could really, trigger whether or not we're going to see a big super cycle or not, because I think that could just change the entire landscape. As of now, nothing has been set in stone. But again, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on that. But take a look at this. Around 440 million worth of Bitcoin and about 70 million worth of Ethereum were bought on October 8th. And we know October 8th, we did see that wick towards the upside at 124, which I will highlight to you guys. But again, even yesterday, the day before yesterday, we did see a major shakeout. And again, you're still seeing inflows coming into BTC. But take a look at what Quinton says. Everyone says a cycle top in Q4, but Fed barely cut rates. Quantitative easing hasn't exploded. SLR not unleashed. 11 trillion debt needs to be refinanced mid-2026. The real melt-up comes in 2026. Me personally, I agree with all these statements that he has highlighted, but I personally, and again, his timeline, if you follow Quinton, he's an OG, and, someone that I've been following from day one since I've been in this crypto space. And again, he even thinks, that there's about 5 months left for the broader market. And this is, again, something I've been highlighting from day one. I've been talking to you guys about this for a very long time. I'm projecting, if not Q4, maybe we see the top in January or February. I just see the market exceeding any longer than that, especially the broader market. Unless, of course, we hear something that is just mega bullish, that is not in our control. Again, I'm basing it off of, the knowledge that I have and, obviously the historic price pattern, considering those factors as well. Again, for a lot of coins in the 2017 bull market top, again, some coins actually reached the all-time high in 2018, believe it or not, in January, some of them. And in the 2021, also similar 2022 Jan, some coins did the same thing. And this bull market, I think we're going to see something similar happening. We have not seen the altcoin mania yet. I think that happens once dominance starts pulling down. Is that going to happen now? Did Bitcoin reach an all-time high? I think Bitcoin still has a little bit more momentum left in itself, because literally we were sitting at 124,300 just a few hours back, and we got rejected at that key range, which dragged the price of Bitcoin below again and caused the dominance to break out, as we could see for ourselves. But let's continue. Look what Nate Garcia says. 6 of 8 ETF issuers still have no spot crypto ETF presence. So Vanguard, State Street, Schwab, JP Morgan, Dimensional, and First Trust. Only iShares and Invesco currently in the game. It's really wild how top issuers basically have given up category to BlackRock. That doesn't make sense in my opinion, and I totally agree with Nate. Again, remember, BlackRock is these guys' competitor. So it just makes no sense how they're just letting, BlackRock do all of this, and they're not here. Maybe they're just waiting for a better opportunity, or maybe they're building their own platforms. Again, there could be a lot going on that we do not know of, but I totally agree. It does not make sense. But my personal theory here is that they probably have something already going behind the scenes that we are not aware of. Take a look at this. September 2025, Bank of Greece speech reveals 2026 launch of interoperable DLT target systems linking crypto assets with central bank money. There we have it. This is becoming a norm, guys. This is starting to become a norm. But take a look at what Smoke says. Yes, Ripple is formally integrated into the Euro system through its strategic partnership with SIA, an Italian payment infrastructure provider. There we have it, and this has, of course, been documented. And Sal, president of Ethereum Trading, just said it himself. I'm an XRP enthusiast. When Wall Street veterans start speaking like that, you know what's coming. And he's been, not shy of appraising XRP native token. Again, they have filed for an XRP ETF. He's publicly stated about XRP and how the project itself has that utility aspect to it. And again, this tells you everything you need to know. And this also speaks a lot of volume on all these ETFs that are being filed. It's, again, one of the leaders. Again, Solana, XRP are the leaders in the, XRP and, Solana ETF, spot ETF race. And that tells you that institutional demand is there. And again, they're not just coming with these ETFs for no reason. They understand that the demand factor is going to be out there for people that don't have exposure to the crypto space right now. And I want to tell you guys something that a lot of people don't understand. Again, people are going to be like, what's stopping people to buy XRP right now? What's stopping people to buy Solana right now? What you need to understand is there's a lot of money. There's a lot. And I'm talking not even billions, trillions of dollars that still has not touched the crypto space. And the reason why people don't understand how crypto works, and they don't like self-custody, they don't feel safe making their own accounts on these exchanges. They want, they might be comfortable to do it with their current way of investing, which usually is with like a broker or so. And guess what? ETF changes. That's what the ETF changes. So becomes a norm for people, and it's easy to access these ETFs, and that's why the excitement is really there. But take a look at this. Spain's BBVA Bank has acknowledged using Ripple to make their first payment using blockchain tech in 2017. Again, this article came out back in 2017. Good old days, guys. Miss these days. I actually genuinely miss these days. It was just a time to be alive. Again, if you were in those times in the crypto space, it was just a different, air that we were experiencing. It was just so good, like peace. I don't know, it's just like 2016, 2017 time. Like it's just personally in my life as well. It was just like one of the most exciting times of my life. And again, crypto was still in the early stages, and again, I was part of that time. And it just seems like yesterday, but here we have it. Look at this. This article: BBVA completes first real-time international money transfer between Europe and Mexico with Ripple, and they literally retweeted this here. Like they retweeted just pretty much, showing that, hey, what, we've been, testing with Ripple for quite some time. Very interesting. But let's take a look at what's happening with the price. So as I've highlighted to you guys already, the dominance is, exploding right now, as we could see for ourselves. I can show you guys that. Here we have it. We're sitting at 59.38%. Again, not a best thing for altcoins. But again, Bitcoin did make its way back down to $121,000, as you can see for yourself, which is the main reason why we have seen, the price of I'm sorry, not the price. I wouldn't say the price, the dominance index, go up, because if you're looking at the Bitcoin price, we did make our way down to 121,000, which took the dominance up even more. If you're looking at XRP price, XRP price is sitting below the 23.6 Fibonacci retracement level right now, as we could see for ourselves. Again, should not be a major shocker to any one of us, because of course we are seeing the broader market seeing a retracement. XRP is no exception. We made our way down to $2.76. At this point, we've retested below the 78.6 literally like so many different times. So at time and time out, we have seen the price recover back up to this key range, which I think will happen once again. But you're really seeing the bulls and the bears having a battle for the price of XRP. Bulls obviously want to keep the price here in the Fibonacci 23.6, and the bears want to keep the price as low as possible. But I think the bulls are going to win, because we're still in a bull market. Yes, we're seeing a little bit of a hiccup for Bitcoin, but I think claiming back above $122,000 will take Bitcoin up back much quicker than a lot of people are realizing. I'll keep you guys covered as always. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Thank you for all your support. We'll see you later in Crypto ZX, and peace out.